Adipurush is more amazing than what we expected. This Adipurush film is set against the expectations of what great directors like Mani Ratnam would do if they made films like Mahabharata and Ramayana. All the screenplay technology of Adipurush is set to surpass Mani Ratnam films. Like Mani Ratnam, the dialogues are very few but very wonderful. Every second is shot like a Hollywood action movie, making you wonder what's next. When this earth was created as heaven 5,000 years ago, we were full of divine qualities. As a result of that, we were full of unlimited wealth, health and beauty in heaven. But at the end of 5,000 years, we have lost all the wealth, health and beauty given by God because the dirty qualities like lust, anger, attachment, greed and ego have entered into us. If we want to achieve it again, we have to destroy the evil qualities like lust, anger, attachment, greed and ego and fill ourselves with divine qualities like love, peace and purity. It is to fill us with these divine qualities that Lord Shiva comes in the body of an old man and gives us this knowledge every day. This wisdom is given absolutely free in the name of Murli at all Brahma Kumari's Raja Yoga Meditation Center. It is also available on YouTube and websites. We are giving its links in the description below this video. We are not a perishable body. We are the living being that shines like a star between the two eyebrows on the forehead. We call that life as soul. The father of that soul, Lord Shiva, is shining like a star in the world of red light. Realizing that we are souls, we should always remember Lord Shiva like a star in the golden light world. God says that it is through this that our sin is completely destroyed. That is the way God tells in different ways every day in Murli. Thus, at the end of Kali Yuga, we destroy our sins with the memory of Lord Shiva's stories in the Vedas such as Mahabharata, Ramayana, Quran, Bible and Gita. But such stories do not happen in reality. It is shown in the Vedas that God destroys the demons outside by destroying the demonic qualities within us. It is said that Lord Shiva gave us this wisdom and filled us with divine qualities, where Rama shot the arrow and Krishna preached the Gita. But it is actually Lord Shiva who gives this wisdom at the end of Kali Yuga. So he is God. Lord Shiva has no mother and father. Krishna, Rama and Jesus have parents. So they have separate bodies. But Lord Shiva was never born as a child in the mother's womb. So he has no separate body. That is why no one can see God. So that one Shiva Father is God. They wrongly gave the glory of Lord Shiva to Sri Krishna in Mahabharata, Sri Rama in Ramayana and Jesus in Bible. In Adipurush, if you think of that Rama as Lord Shiva and watch the film, you will shed tears of joy. Likewise, no man with 10 heads has ever lived on this earth. The 10-headed Ravana is the combined form of the 5 elements of lust, anger, attachment, greed and ego in the male and the same 5 elements in the female. Because of these 5 Vikrams in everyone, we souls are now trapped in Ravana's prison. It is to save those souls from these 5 degenerate Ravana that Lord Shiva is telling us this Jnana Murli every day. Those who become pure will attain the position of the highest deity in the Satyuga heaven where the Kali Yuga will perish. Lord Shiva will not even come to heaven. His only job is to prepare us for heaven. So we say dear Shiva for the God who made such a sacrifice. Even in Adipurush, Rama does not become the king of Sri Lanka except after destroying Ravana and making Vibhishana the king of Sri Lanka. Rama also says that it is not my ambition to rule Sri Lanka. My ambition is only to rescue you from Ravana. In the film Adipurush, when Lakshmana crosses the fort torn by Sita and begs Ravana, The power of illusion enters her and she faints and is shown as if she becomes Ravana's wife automatically. Ravana did not forcibly abduct Sita, who are actually souls. It is we who are bewitched and enslaved by Ravana. As Ravana approaches, Sita faints. Therefore, be careful with whoever God deals with. As I remember, he says that otherwise you will be taken over by others. In heaven the soul is filled with the power of purity, so we are not deluded by Maya. Even a child will be born in heaven only by the power of yoga. Otherwise the husband and wife will not engage in sexual intercourse. In Adipurush, Ravana's spy comes to Rama and Rama discovers it. When Rama's men try to kill the spy, Rama stops them. Destroying the enemy does not destroy the enmity. Excuse me, Rama says that maybe his bad qualities will change. And introduce that spy to each of our players. Show him our weapons. He is satisfied and says let him go. This is the same in the Bible when Jesus says that if you slap one cheek, show your disapproval. It means that even if the enemy gives us sorrow, instead of resisting him, be willing to suffer more in order to satisfy him. Because through this our past sin is also destroyed. Also we will receive blessings from our enemy. Similarly, in the Mahabharata, Dharma also forgives Jayadratha, who forcibly abducted Draupadi. Jayadrathan says that as a result I will not act against Dharma in the end. Direct wisdom of the Lord through Brahma Kumaris to the wicked in Adipurush. When Sri Rama tells Sugrivan that Ravana has kidnapped my wife, tears of blood will surely come. Just as a wife always thinks of her husband, we souls always think of Lord Shiva. So we are the wife of Lord Shiva. Once in 5,000 years Lord Shiva comes to this earth and rescues Sita from Ravana and sends them to heaven. When we come again after 5,000 years, we are again locked in Ravana's prison. So when we think that once in every 5,000 years Lord Shiva comes and rescues his wife, tears will surely come to our eyes. Thus Lord Shiva does not really gain in any way. Lord Shiva rescues us from Ravana to make us the Maharaja Maharani of heaven. But if we think that we are automatically falling in love with Ravana again and again, we will definitely hate ourselves. Vibhishana leaves his brother Ravana and joins Sri Rama. Thus the world will call me a traitor. I don't care about that. Ravana is misbehaving. Vibhishana says that the welfare of my countrymen is important to me. Assume that you are the only one in your family who has this wisdom. Surely your parents, your husband or wife, your brothers and sisters, your children will all oppose you. But I will walk in the path of Lord Shiva. Vibhishana says that I will not worry because he calls me a traitor because we are walking in the lofty goal of saving this world from Ravana and turning it into heaven. Rama declares Vibhishana the king of Sri Lanka after winning the Sri Lanka war. You have no kingdom. Vibhishana requests that you rule Sri Lanka yourself. It is not my ambition to rule Sri Lanka. Sri Rama says that my aim is only to save the people of Sri Lanka and Sita from Ravana. In fact, Lord Shiva rescues us as souls from this degenerate Ravana and sends us to heaven. Otherwise he will not come in heaven. Nor does he rule in heaven. It is in memory of this that Sri Rama has been taken to say this verse in this film. Sita is mesmerized by the beauty of the golden deer and sends Sri Rama to catch the deer. The real meaning of this is that when we become enamored with the external world, God leaves us. Similarly, even in the Bible, it is shown that Eve was mesmerized by the beauty of the fruit and ate the fruit along with Adam. If they know that all religions have the same message, they will not fight over religion. In Adipurush, Ravana brings diamond vitriol to seduce Sita. To that Sita says take your charcoal. Because even though Sita lives in the forest, She thinks of herself as a queen. That's why nothing that Ravana offers attracts her. If we are intoxicated that we too are going to become Sri Lakshmi Narayana in heaven, then no allurement of Kali Yuga will attract us. In fact, Lord Shiva names the body of any old man as Brahma. That Brahma was earlier a diamond merchant. After attaining the wisdom of the Lord, Brahma saw the diamond and thought, "What shall I do with this charcoal?" He left. In fact, it is in the Ramayana that Sita looks at the diamond and calls it charcoal. At the beginning of Adipurush, when Kaikeyi sends Rama to the forest, Dasharatha tries to stop him. To which Sri Rama says that the people of Raghu dynasty will save the truth even if they give their lives. God says that by giving life to those who have taken the direct wisdom of God through the Brahma Kumaris, you must fulfill your vow to be pure to God. It is in memory of this that Bhishma Pitamagar has shown that he will keep his oath of celibacy till the end in the Mahabharata too. In the movie Adipurush, Ravana, who starts out as a humble penance and receives a boon from Brahma, gradually turns into a monstrous character. In the same way, at the end of Kali Yuga, we receive heaven as a boon from Lord Shiva's memory. After 2500 years, we lived comfortably in heaven as good people, and after 2500 years, we become possessed by the 5 vices of lust, anger, greed, and ego. During the fight between Vali and Sugrivan, Vali is stronger. Vali also has an army. That being the case, the question arises as to why Rama sided with the weak Sugriva. Rama tells him that no matter how strong one is, in the end the side of truth will win. Whichever side God is on will win. Because only God is true and teaches the truth. It is said in all religions that God is the poor partner because God makes such weak people the ruler of this world. In the Ramayana, Rama faints after seeing Sita's death. Seeing Rama dead, Sita faints. All this indicates that we are addicted to Ravana because of our attachment to our relationships. The only way to get rid of all attachments is to remember Sadhu with all relationships with one Shiva alone. Building a bridge by leaving rocks floating on the sea is an impossible thing. The reason why it is mentioned in the Ramayana is that it is impossible to make us who are useless and become the ruler of the world by giving this wisdom. They have shown that Lord Shiva is building a bridge out of rocks over the ocean to show that such an impossible thing can happen. Mayavi Indrajit is completely powerless when he is immersed in the golden lake. So they say that only then should he be killed. Golden lake is paradise. It is said in Adipurush that when we are engrossed in the memory of heaven, Maya has no power to approach us. Ravana's head is shown to be cut again and again and a new head appears. The real meaning of this is that when one vain thought goes in our mind, another one keeps coming. All vain thoughts Ravana is completely destroyed by being absorbed in the remembrance of Shiva. It is in memory of this that Ravana is shown to be completely destroyed by an arrow in his stomach in the film Adipurush. The only thing lacking in Ravana's kingdom is the absence of Sita. So Surpnanagari tells Ravana that he will be complete only if he kidnaps Sita and marries her. In the same way, our mind also makes us do all the sinful things, including lust, because only if you know this thing you will be perfect. Only if you do this you will be perfect. Makes you speak vain things, makes you hear things. That is why God says that if you are permanently absorbed in my remembrance, you will always feel yourself fully. Then God says that your mind will not turn to vain things. Sri Rama to Sita in Adipurush, why are you suffering from me in this forest? You should live in the palace. So he tells Mithila to go back. For that Sita, even your shadow may depart from you. But thus Janaki will never leave Rama. She tells Janaki that wherever Rama resides is Rajamalika. Only if you have this level of show intellect can you face the problems that arise while applying God's wisdom in life with courage and determination. One can hold fast to God till the end without even a hint of doubt. Lakshmana regrets that Ravana abducted Sita because of my carelessness. Rama consoles Lakshmana that you are not responsible for this. It is a game of fate. This is what God says about this 5,000-year cycle as a preordained drama. Everything that happens in it ends in good. So don't worry about the past. God says that no sorrowful thing will give you sorrow if you are sure that there will be good in it. In the movie Adipurush, I saw you as an old woman named Sabari. What else is there to see in the world? She asks, give me salvation. This is what God says in Murli, that is, if someone asks you how you are, why are you asking us? Before this there was anxiety to see God. Now I have seen God. We have nothing in this world to worry about anymore. By attaining God we attain everything. So tell them we are always happy, God says. By watching this Adipurush image we can realize how much God is working day and night to save us from this Maya Ravana. Only when we realize that we are a warrior in the war to destroy Ravana can we realize that we have a huge responsibility to transform this Bharat into heaven. Let us be careless and not fall under the lure of Maya. I am Rama's messenger when Hanuman first sees Sita in Adipurush. I came to see where you are. He says he has come to tell you that Rama is coming to rescue you. Think about it. We were similarly enslaved to 5 vices in Ravana's prison. Then whoever gave us this wisdom was the messenger of God. He is telling the message that God has come to save us. But the big question is whether we understand it immediately. Through this we can know how much God is suffering to save us. And Hanuman tells Sita, don't cry. Rama doesn't want to see you cry. God also says in Murli, why are you crying? I am your all relationship. You should cry if I die. He says I will never die. So if you are attached to anyone other than God, you will cry. God tells you to always think of God as a point of light so that you don't cry like that. The Bible tells us that God redeems the slaves in Egypt through Moses and sends them to a land flowing with moonshine and honey. Actually those slaves are us Sitas. These Siths were not slaves to the Egyptians. A slave to these 5 strains. God redeems us from this slavery and qualifies us for heaven. It is shown in the Bible that those who doubt God and turn away from God are cheated out of reaching heaven, and those who question God perish. Ravana's wish to Sita that he will keep you as a queen and Satan's wish that he will make Jesus the ruler of this world are the same thing. There is no doubt that the movie Adipurush will give an amazing sense of divinity to those who have heard this life wisdom imparted by the Brahma Kumaris and to those who have watched this video. Must watch with family. Om Shanti. Thanks for watching.